Hi folklores, yes, welcome to another Luthier's Lair, and in this episode, and maybe two-parter, maybe, I don't know, because I'm halfway through this project, I'm going to show you the Champagne Pink Falcon Series II build, yes, Gazzbass Falcon Series II, I should say. Why am I so scared to say my own brand name? Maybe because it sounds silly, but anyway. I actually called everything Gaz when I was younger because it was my nickname at school, you see. So I wrote one of the first computer programs I wrote, because, you know, I'm a computer programmer by profession, really. I was, anyway, for a long time. And one of the first games I wrote was a knockoff of Space Invaders. Those of you old enough to remember that will know what I mean. And I didn't call it Space Invaders, I called it Gaz Aliens. And the object of the game was to kill all the Gaz Aliens on your Gaz base. Gaz base, right? With your Gaz rockets. So everything was Gaz, so I just stuck with it. You know, I don't care if it sounds silly. As long as I'm building nice instruments, I'm okay with that. So this episode is going to show... I just finished the clear coat on the Champagne Pink Falcon Series II body, and I'm going to show you how I make a fretboard, if that's okay. And this one's going to be an oak fretboard on a maple neck, so that'll be fun. So let's toddle off and let's show you some stuff. Okay. So here it is. Champagne Pink, just been clear coated. It's been like drying for about an hour and a half. It is now dry to the touch, but for it to cure it's going to take another couple of days or so. I usually leave this coat about 3 days to cure. Why? Well, it's because it's a 2K. Let me switch off this extractor, I don't need it anymore. Hold on. There we go. Because actually it's a 2K catalyzed polyurethane clear coat, and it dries very quickly. So what I did do was I gave it 3 coats of paints, just one paint, and I let that sit for a week. Then I scuff sanded the paint nearly off actually, and then today I gave it 2 more coats of the Champagne Pink paint, and then I gave it 4 actually nice thin coats of 2K catalyzed polyurethane. And then this is Wednesday night. No, it's Tuesday night. By like Friday night, I think Saturday morning, I'll do the flat sanding and clear coat. So anyway, on to the fretboard. So, as they say around these parts, let's do some necking. Anyway, awful joke, but never mind. What I've done with this piece of oak, this is 1/4 inch engineered oak, and I sanded it to 320 grit just to start with. 320, okay? And I'll take this out of the way. What I've done is I have a rule here that shows me the fret spacing on a 34 inch scale base and a 35 inch scale base. 35 inch probably for 5 string, but anyway, I'm interested in 34 inch scale here, which is what all my Falcon Series II bases have. 34 inch scale and 2 octaves, 24 frets. There are notches in here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can actually zoom in, show you. See around here, there, notch. Ooh, look at my thumb, destroyed with playing days. Notch there, notch there, notch there. That's where all the frets go. Okay, so we're going to draw some perpendicular lines across, and the jig is set up. You can call it a jig, really. I mean, You don't need to go and build something really fancy to do this. You just clamp the piece of wood to a bench, get the rule, place it in wherever, you know, in a good place on the piece of board, and then you start doing this. I just drew a line there for the knot, okay? So we've got the first fret, you line it up with the notch in the rule with a set square. You draw a line. And the second one, line it up, you draw a line. See what I'm doing there? I'm obscuring your view there. Thought that was wrong actually. Yeah, that's good. Third one, just get it lined up. That's good. And just keep doing that with the pencil. Make sure the pencil's sharp all the time though. I use my sanding belt. I'm just going to do that right now. Just sharpened it again. Fourth. And you just keep doing that. Now, after we've marked all these, see there's the fourth one. After we've marked all these, excuse me, I'll get a scribe or a very sharp centre punch and I'll just dig a groove in there. Now why am I doing that? Well, of course we're going to be using this to cut it. I make bases by hand. I don't use big CNC for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this to cut it, and what I want to be able to do is for it to catch immediately. You know. So there you go. I mean, it caught immediately there. Now I can saw it to the depth that I want, and as you can see on this Japanese fret saw, superb tool by the way. The Japanese make good tools. I've got it set, the depth gauge I've got set to the correct depth for the frets I want, which are jumbo frets. And just be careful, that's all. All you're doing is just doing that. Now, some people prefer to cut these slots, okay, when the neck is actually on. When the fretboard is actually on the neck. I don't. You know, you do get a bow coming up because you're cutting material away. But yeah, don't worry about that. That's okay. Once you glue it down, it will separate out again. You'll be fine. And these fret saws are just absolutely perfect for the job. That's one cut. So, but the way to do it really is to mark off every fret first and then start doing the cut. I thought I'd show you the cut just so it would save some time. And you can see that's nearly at the right depth. So you just drag it along. And when you meet no resistance at all, when it just slides and you don't hear a cut, then that means, there you go, that you've reached the right depth and you're okay. Now, you know, we're going to put sealer on it and stuff like that. You might have to go over them again, but it's going to be much easier to do so the second time around. And especially when you sand this down to near the grit it's going to be before sealing it, then you're going to have much less work to do, you know, in the future. So, same thing, just go ahead. I hope you can see this. And just mark where it should be, where the thread should be. As long as you're within, well, that 20 thousandths, well, not even that, about 8 thousandths of an inch the actual target, you're going to be fine. There'll be no discernible difference in note pitch. So that's what you do, just go up, 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 up. And then after that, after I do all that, I just cut that for example. I shouldn't have, but that's okay. It's the first fret. 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 12th, 15th, 17th, 19th, 21st, 24th are going to get dot inlays in them. And of course, the 12th and the 24th are going to get double dots in them, indicating octaves. You know, so that's all we do. That's all we do. It's that simple. Just go up and down. See, everything's secured. This is clamped to the bench. This is taped down, so I know exactly where I am. I could go to my bed right now and get up in the morning. It'll be okay, if raccoons don't get into my workshop. You know? So that's it. Let's do the rest, and I'll show you I'll show you how to find the centre. You probably guessed how you do that of each part, and it's important to keep this absolutely straight while we're doing this. But there's another trick coming up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my neck blank, my template on top of it, and draw the outline of the neck on it, so I know actually where everything's going to live. Then for the octave markers, then I will draw the centre parts for that. But I'll explain that in a bit. Awesome. Okay, folkticles. Yeah, what I did is I cut all the fret slots, as you can see, and I put pencil marks all over my beautiful oak. It's a little warped, but maple straight, so who cares? Why did I do that? Well, I drew diagonals across 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, skip the 12th, 15th, 17th, 19th, 21st, skip the 24th just now. And that tells me the centre line and the exact centre of the piece of wood that I want to get my centre punch out and go punch a hole in, like right there, so a drill could go through at the correct diameter to put LEDs in, right? And then after that we'll turn it over and we'll route out channels for the wires. We'll get it all connected up, but we're not there yet. Why we're not there yet? Well, I'll show you why I've got my neck template out. This is my Falcon Series II neck template. Okay, once I'd figured it all out, and I put that there, and I thought, well, there's the nut there, and that's where that goes. And so where's the centre of the 12th and the 24th? So I counted 3, 6, 9, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Drew a line there and there, and drew a line there and there at 24th, right up to the template. And from there, I drew diagonals to get the centres. Because remember, I'm cutting this out. This fretboard is going to be cut out to that shape. Okay. So get the centres correctly on the octaves is the message. Okay. Awesome. So, you know, all it remains now is for me to actually centre punch and drill these holes. And turn this round using the template again, put the template, trace the template out in the back, and I know exactly where to route the channels for the wires. Brilliant. Hey, coming up soon. So what are we doing here then? Yes, well, we're hot gluing down the two conductors that are going to take the battery. There's the negative side, all insulated, hot glued down, and the positive side I've just got to do a little bit of hot glue here now, which we'll do right now. Right in there. That will stick in there. The good thing about it is you can snip it off once it's dry to level it. And that's it, you know. The rest will be just hunky-dory there. So everything else fits nice. Everything's done. And after that we'll test them again. See if they work. They should still work, no problem. Okay. So I've dimmed the light. Oh, thanks. I've dimmed the light in the workshop. Still slightly warped. I'll probably take the warp out of that first. But anyway, after all that, let's see. So they work very well. Indeed, yes. So that's all working. Just need a neck now to attach this to. And I don't know whether I'll use maple. I don't have any maple left in stock, maple neck blanks. I have to order them. I do have some repurposed oak in stock. It's kinda needing glued up a bit though, because it's all crapola, but it would make more sense for me to do that from maybe an ecological standpoint or whatever. This looks nice, let's see. Shiny, shiny. Yes. So that works, and it looks spectacular. It's going to look great on the champagne pink Falcon Series II. Brilliant. Let's keep going. Yes. Well, clear coat's dry. I'll be flat sanding and polishing it tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be the cover. It's a bit garish though, I don't know. Somebody said to me, in fact it was Robert Lammy, that said to me it looked like coconut scuff or something, I don't know. Whatever. But I was wondering whether to leave the fingerboard here just like it is or darken it a little. And I posed the question online. Most people seem to think that it should stay this way. I'm inclined to agree with them. Just, you know, when I put on the LEDs, well, it is bright because the shop lights are bright. So I'm going to leave it as is. It has been sand and sealed. 4 coats of sand and sealer and scuffed down, ready to attach to the neck when I make the neck. And I think I'll go with an oak neck. Awesome. All oak. Of course I'll darken in the sides of the fingerboard and put in. Actually I might not even do that. If I leave the sides of the fingerboard as is and just seal it, then I'm looking at putting in black dot inlays on the side there, which I think will be nice because I've got a lot of them lying around spare, so I think I'll do that. Awesome. Yep, that's what I'll do. Well, that's all we've got time for in part 1 of the Falcon Series II Mr. Pink build. Yes indeed. Join me next time where I'll be clamping necks, shaping necks, and making progress on this build. It's been a lot of fun so far, this one. Nice colour too. I really like it, that champagne pink. Just looking up at it right now. That's why I'm doing that. Goof. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this episode, and as usual, stay safe, be good, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks folks. See you soon. Bye bye.